out of the heart. That deals with man's conscience. It deals with his subconscious thinking. It deals with his, matter of fact, all the decisions and all the thoughts that's going on in your head, that's dealing with the foundation that's laid from the issues of your heart. And every man is going, behind the eyes is something going on in every man. Now, whether God's Holy Spirit is going to dictate how he processes that and lives, or whether evil spirit is going to process your decision making. Either way it go, you're only going to go one way or the other. And it's no in between. And that's how we get to this escalation that we've gotten to because of the decision that a man have to make when he by himself, when there's nobody but him alone looking in the mirror.
Yeah, and like you said, we are talking about solutions. I guess this is one of the first steps is acknowledgement, having these
Yeah.
conversations to where we're
I
addressing
mean,
it.
we're addressing it, and not only that, that's open shut in case because that's really the only solution that'll fix all these issues we're talking about. The only other avenue we can come at is okay. Well, how do you get this foundation? You can't just get it anywhere. Look, it has to be taught. It's not taught in every home.
No,
It's not taught in nearly enough homes. If it was, it'd be a reflection in society. If more homes had a foundation like the home you kind of came out of, think about the difference that would make.
a big
Not a
difference.
not a perfect home by no means, but we had some parameters and some borders. People don't have that no more. Because you don't have no parameters or borders. If you were just going to a dance club or a nightclub and you just shoot up everybody in there, people you don't even know. Those are root issues. What causes that? What causes a man to do that? Something on the inside had to go off kilter. In other words, that's what happens, like we talked about. If that foundation ain't squared up, once you get to the second floor, whole house crooked. And then guess what? You can't fix that. Then you got to tear the whole house down and start over. And in the case of life, once you done sprayed up the nightclub, you can't fix that. And that's what we're saying from the beginning is it has to be fixed from the beginning. It's the old saying, what carpenters and all skillmen and apprentices tell you, you start out wrong, guess what? You're going to end up wrong. Because if you frame a house and it's lopsided and you start putting the windows in, guess what? You ain't gonna be able to put no windows in there. Look, you seen in some houses when the door frame, the carpenter don't know how to use a square and it ain't square, and you see a big gap in the top of the door, then it goes down to a small gap. When you see that, that lets you know somebody didn't start off square, because you can't end up square after that. And that's a spiritual thing. And once you get to the critical part of the building frame, you find out, man, I got to tear it down and start from the beginning again.
Yeah. And that's a couple of solutions for folks. But I guess, I know the next topic we'll be speaking on, obviously manhood, but then we're definitely gonna have to touch back based on this again, because then we do need to address the economic disparity that inflates the gun violence and high
Sure.
crime as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be all tied in together because that foundation, when we talk to parenting or fatherhood, the fatherhood is the one squares up the frame. You see how relative that is? The fatherhood squares up the frame. That piece is missing. Guess what? The whole house going to be crooked. And that's spiritual because God designed that from the beginning, the first book of the Bible in Genesis.
Yeah. Well, that's a perfect segue to that our next episode, fatherhood. What is a man?
What is a man? Absolutely. That's great. You're absolutely right.
That's right. Any last words before we wrap up?
No, other than this has been a great experience, and I'm looking forward to the next.
Yeah, definitely. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll actually have more to follow. We'll try to be dropping some content daily and weekly. And hopefully in the future, we'll have maybe some workshops and seminars for folks to attend to, again, find some solutions and provide some solutions to folks in different communities. So more to follow on that. But I guess, be safe and tune in tomorrow, everyone. Thank you.
And give us some feedback.
That's right. Feedback's important.
Uh, Bless you.